Never underestimate the power of self-questioning. It leads to so much self-awareness and personal growth and positive life change. While there are no bad questions to ask yourself, every question leads you closer and closer to your personal truth. Let's be honest, not all questions are created equal. There are definitely some standout questions, and today I'm going to give you one of the best questions you can ever ask yourself, as well as explain to you why it is such a great question. I'm going to start out this conversation by just giving you the question. Here it is. What do I want to spend the rest of my life thinking about? Almost everyone who is looking for life fulfillment is looking to figure out what they want to spend their life doing. This is why the most common questions that you're going to hear are things like, what do you want to do with your life? Doing is all about action, right? Action, what we do, actually accounts for far less of our life experience than thought does. What our minds are preoccupied with creates much more of our experiential reality. And as we all know, we can very well be doing one thing and thinking about something entirely different. When we think, we are lending our energy to what we are thinking about. And it is pure logic that to live a fulfilling life experience, we want to be intentional about what we are lending our energy to. This question forces you to admit to yourself what you love thinking about, what you want to lend your energy to. This reveals your true interests and true values. Not only this, it reveals what makes you feel alive and energized to think about. This will lead you to a more meaningful life, by the way, one where you're engaged with what you are passionate about. By asking yourself this question, you begin to zero in on what you want to be engaged with on a mental level in this life, which is in alignment with what your purpose is for being in this life. This question can act like a compass, therefore, pointing you toward all kinds of elements of your life purpose. What you want to spend your life thinking about often guides what decisions are right or wrong for you to make, what actions to take, and therefore what you want to be doing in this life too. This question has the capacity to reveal what we actually spend our life thinking about versus what we would want to be dedicating our energy to thinking about. Well, this is important because it can help us to be intentional with our thoughts. Intentional in that if we notice that we are off track and out of alignment, by dedicating lots of our time to thinking about things that we don't want to be thinking about, we can stop it. We can switch this around and redirect our energy and focus on what we want to be thinking about instead. Your current focus and what you currently lend your energy to mentally may just be totally out of alignment with your interests, passions, and desires. Look, I don't want you to copy anyone on this list of examples I'm about to give you because your answer to this question must be deeply and uniquely and truthfully yours in order to work. But just to give you some examples of answers that other people have given me, here are some. And when I read this list, I want to see what you think, because it's really funny when we learn about what other people want to be thinking about their life. Sometimes we're like, oh yeah, that's interesting. Sometimes we're like, I can't believe a person exists on the planet that would want to actually spend time thinking about that. Okay, so here goes. The existence of dark matter and dark energy in the universe. Home decor, and with it, color theory. The full picture of human health. Mental health, physical health, nutrition, emotional health, personal needs. How about vintage cars, and especially how to improve their engines while keeping the external kit the same? Endometriosis. Woodworking, everything and anything related to it, and my favorite is focusing on exotic woods. Problem solving for businesses in trouble. I want to be able to solve the biggest business problems, ones that make everyone else stuck. Learning different skills, whichever one piques my interest at a given time. Reality. I am obsessed with finding the truth in every situation. I want to become aware of and show people the truths that they don't see. Making art out of food with only what's available to me in my own garden and therefore according to season. Personal financial success, strategizing for accruing the most wealth possible. Equine therapy for special needs people. Wastewater technologies across time, both past and future, and the invention of better technologies and methods for wastewater. The prevention of cybercrime. Genealogy, I adore finding people information about their ancestors. Biodynamic farming and how to get existing farmers to adopt biodynamic farming practices. Relationships between men and women. The philosophy of ethics, especially normative ethics. My kids, how to parent them in order to best set them up for a happy and successful life. Human sexuality, especially polyamory, and most especially how to make polyamory actually work in a healthy way. The intricacies of the tax system. Beauty and cosmetics. I love obsessing over making people look their best and feeling good about themselves. Okay, when you answer this question, be open to the fact that it may change over time. We may have experiences in life which ignite new interests and obsessions, quite frankly. If this weren't the case, we would all have the same answer today as when we were 4 years old. So I wouldn't be doing this. I'd be doing horses. For some of us, our interests are the same over time, and with others, it changes. The point is, we want to identify what really lights us up to think about. If you want a list of other questions to think about, you can watch my video titled The Most Powerful Questions You Can Ask Yourself. So here it is again. It's your turn to find your answer. What do I want to spend the rest of my life thinking about? Have a good week.